Welcome back, my friends. Just a quick disclaimer, you're going to be hearing some different types of audio throughout this video. During the weather section, I accidentally used the wrong microphone, but you will still get the point. You'll be able to hear me fine, and we'll have it all fixed up. So just bear with me and enjoy. Alright everybody, Happy New Year. It is January 1st, 2023. I almost said 2022. It's probably going to happen for the next 6 months. Anyway, we have some weather to talk about, and you are looking at the 250 MB wind speed streamlines. So basically think of these as jet streams. Now already in this image alone, this is pretty rare to see from the western part of the Pacific with such a defined line heading all the way to the west. Now we are set at January 1st, which is today, but if I go just a few clicks further, you're going to start noticing that by the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th, we're going to have an issue here. First of all, it's going to affect the west coast. Second of all, we are going to have a big situation in the northeast. Could be a nor'easter, but I've also got us lined up here at the same settings for 250 MB wind speed. Now we're going to go back to the 29th. Here is the 30th, here's the 31st, here is today. So quite literally today we have a lot going on the eastern seaboard of the United States. Now this is going to involve space weather too, so get ready for that, because space weather is going to absolutely affect these storms or whatever happens during these storms. And for this section we'll actually have some normal audio, but you could see that the snow situation taking place in the United States and the warnings and all that fun stuff is also a direct result of these wind patterns that are coming in from the west. Places like Wyoming and South Dakota right here. A lot going on in Utah and Nevada as far as the snow. But these winds are what drive these storms, and that brings me back to my point of seeing that vortex coming over the northeast is what usually causes the nor'easters. The counterclockwise spin, just like a hurricane, will spin in this direction and kind of move up towards the Nova Scotia area. I'll go ahead and move us farther into the future just so you can see what's coming up. Check this out on the 3rd. This is the big deal I'm talking about here. This is what we need to really be watching out for, because at the same time that this is arriving, we are going to be getting hit with solar wind from a CME that left the sun yesterday. I know to a lot of you that may seem very confusing, but I'm going to try to explain it the best I can. But this is a super big deal. Take a look at this high pressure system. The high pressure system basically sits out here, and then as we backtrack into the 3rd, this is where we have the most potential for bad weather. And again, you're looking basically at a jet stream. This is not the weather itself. You're looking at the 250 millibar wind speed jet stream outlook. So it's basically the wind that's going to be controlling the weather underneath here. So the northeast could be getting prepared for a nor'easter on January 3rd while also getting hit by a solar storm. And we've proven time and time again during solar storms that weather is very much enhanced. This chart only shows the 200 MB wind speeds. I can't get to the 250, but you get the idea. This is the 31st. So as we move into the 1st, which is today, you can see the entire eastern seaboard is covered with high wind speeds, which is one thing on its own. But again, I'm not speaking about what's going on today. I'm talking about what's going to be happening on the 3rd. Again, here is that big wraparound, that big high pressure bubble in the middle, with the outside wind being very, very high. In fact, I had posted this streamline on Twitter a few days ago, and then a bunch of other weather channels picked it up and didn't seem to recognize my work, but that's how the internet works. It's a cutthroat business, but we saw this coming back on the 29th. The 29th showed us that we were going to be dealing with a very serious situation when it came to wind speeds and the effect it was going to eventually have, not just on the west coast, but again, as we get into the 3rd, we need to pay attention to the northeast of the United States, which is where we are once again now. A closer view, you can see that big wind wrap right here, the high pressure bubble down here, which means everything that's going to happen is going to be up in this area. Now temperatures also play a big part in this. This could be a big rain event, or it could be a big snow event. It depends on where the jet stream is going to be at that time. We'll take one last view from December 31st moving into January 1st today. Happy New Year. Very strong winds along the eastern seaboard, but then again, as we move into the 3rd, that is when things are going to get interesting, and that we're getting hit by a solar storm on January 3rd.
And with some real audio, we can finally wrap this up. So basically, in a nutshell, my friends, we've had a CME to arrive about the same time that a moisture system that is currently causing snow in the west is going to make its way to the northeast, possibly enhancing an already nasty looking situation. Once again, I apologize for the different audio in this video. I had recorded the entire segment, not realizing I was using the wrong microphone. So, you know, things happen. Great way to start the new year. But that's what I got for you for now, my friends. I hope you are all starting to feel better as the afternoon goes on after last night. Shout out to Canada. Questions or concerns, please leave down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Happy New Year 2023. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.